All right, y'all. Welcome back to another relaunch. This time we are doing another rewatch, and this is of Invincible episodes 4 and 5. Now, I have been loving the series. I
Mm.
am a big fan of animation, especially like superhero animation and stuff. So I've been really enjoying this series a lot. I used to really read the Invincible comics back in the day. I fell off after a while, but because I was just in college. But like,
Yeah.
uh, I did used to read the comics a bunch, and this has been really cool to see the translation of them from the comics to
Absolutely.
screen. And they've updated a lot of it and made it a lot more current. Um, you know, so I've really been enjoying this. I wanted to talk to about these two episodes more of just like a general conversation about them,
Yeah,
so that
absolutely.
it's not just like a big long thing. So I will say that I liked episode 5 more than 4.
Hmm.
Um, but they both were really good. I would say that 4 still gave you like a lot of like background stuff
Hmm.
versus like a lot of the action that we kind of been getting before. But 5 was still like a really good episode to me. um, I'll be basic and just say I was really enjoying the action.
Like
It was
no, that's
given.
where. So no, I was about to say no. I also preferred episode 5 over to 4 because of the action, like that big fight scene with the new Guardians and the big lion with what's his name, Battle Beast, I think his
Yeah,
name
that'll be
was,
yeah,
with that
battle.
mace. It's something about a mace. It's a very aggressive weapon. First of all, like I feel like if
Right?
you're in a mace, like your intent is to kill somebody. Like
You're like,
Hawkman,
I can
Hawk
beat
Girl,
somebody's ass.
yeah, like you're going to kill somebody. There's no way to like gently get somebody with the mace. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really amazing. I thought that us kind of, I feel like episode 5 was also tailor made for me. We kind of like got into the street a little bit,
Okay, episode 5 was definitely tailor made for you
like.
because not to and that's not to take anything away from episode 4, which episode 4 was all about kind of more character moments and stuff. You got more
Yeah,
stuff with Mark being a superhero, and still more stuff with people unraveling the mystery of who killed the Guardians
yeah.
and stuff like that. But 5, I mean, I think at some point they even say like, oh, like street level stuff, like
Yeah, like there's just like literally, like they were saying, it was like you're all the way up there in the sky. He's like, come look at what happens down the street, and I was just like, yes. Like I literally stood up. I was like,
said
yes.
that exact same line before, so that was
I
I
was like,
I knew this was for you.
come down here. So no, I thought that was really good. I thought the characters who were a part of it and like kind of watching that guy like play it, so he actually became the one to be the new like crime lord or kingpin or whatever he calls himself. That was pretty dope. So I realized that I don't actually like too many of the characters in this show.
Oh, okay,
Um, I find them very unlikable.
that's fair. All of
Which,
them.
yeah, just about. And I think that, and again, I think that's why I've also just been like really drawn more to the action. It's just been like, yeah, it's just.
It's
I
good.
mean, I mean, but again, like I look at some of the characters, and it's like, of course, I'm not really going to enjoy that much. Invincible himself, like he's a high school. We've talked plenty of times about how we are probably never really going to connect to kids anymore, like the high school age. Like you got to be high, like college or something
Yeah.
like that.
I can
Because
appreciate those characters for what they bring to the table and like all that kind of stuff, but I won't have that much of an attachment to them because
I just look at Invincible and say, God, you're a stupid kid. Like, why are you trying to date this girl and trying to be a superhero? Like, it doesn't work.
right,
Like,
right.
but again, like that's the ego of a teenager, their hubris, and that's how they think they can think. We thought that we could do it all. That so Omni Man is obviously just kind of evil. So I don't know if you could really like him.
Right, right. He
um,
does kind of smush people's heads. So
Debbie is great, but at the same time, I look at Debbie and I say, what kind of wife are you? You're supposed to be a ride or die. Like, you sit here trying to throw your man in the slammer now. Like, you checking around, looking for a bloody costume. He should have been able to come to you and been like, hey, I gotta kill these people, but I need you to know it's all right and it's for a reason. And she should have been like, yeah, I get it.
Now, see, that is the kind of relationship, that I would be in. You come in with the problems, all right. But it doesn't, I don't think that Omni-Man, I don't think
but
that I don't know if he really cares that deeply
But
to
that's my
like
thing, and that's my
tell her
thing.
the truth.
Also, it's like that's why also Omni Man himself isn't likable because it's like, why are you such an asshole that you don't feel as though you can trust your wife with
Mhm.
whatever's going on? This is the woman who you're raising your child with. You should be able to come and speak to her about anything and know that she will support you. But then again, Debbie is a very good woman. She's a good woman with a good heart. So I'm pretty sure if he did come up and be like, I'm about to go kill all these people, she wouldn't have been like, hold on now. She was like, let's just think about this. And then you ruin the plan, and he probably would have had to kill her too. So it's like,
It's a little tricky.
I see. It's like a hex.
See, episode 4 is where we get a lot more inside of her head, where she's starting to see a little bit of that, where she's like, I don't know
If this
I
man I'm
trust.
married to.
Exactly. Because she had already I think it was episode 2 or 3. I think it was 3. She had that encounter with Demon Darkblood, and he's kind of telling her like, "Girl, put it all together.
You know what's up. You know what's going on.
Connect the dots, please." And she is starting to see through it. And in episode 4, we saw her and Omni-Man go to Paris to kind of rekindle their relationship. But even then, she's like, I feel like there's something like you're not telling me, and some secrets and stuff there. Would you feel, if you were her, would you feel afraid to date an Omni-Man, or would you just like?
Oh my god! So I was thinking about that, and I don't know if you ever remember. Did you ever watch Smallville?
I did not know.
So there was an episode of Smallville where Lana Lang got like Superman. She got Superman like powers, and so they both had super strength and all that. And so I guess there was supposed to be the scene that was implied of them having super strong sex. And so ever since that, I've always kind of had these thoughts about like superhero, like normal people who date super strong heroes, and it's just like, if this man like kind of loses control, because Omni-Man is strong.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man is strong over here. Like, that's dangerous. Again, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I would be scared.
I like him a little. a little dangerous, but I don't want my
life. Poor Debbie.
Yeah,
she's a good woman. She doesn't deserve it.
No, she does. I mean, and then like her son, if he like says, I don't want to do this, what can she really do?
What can she do?
He said
that there. He said that there too. He was like, "You can't stop me."
What you
so for them, but
yeah. So again, I felt like episode 4 was still pretty good. You also see in that episode, at least that episode ends with Robot, the guy who's now leading the Guardians of the Globe, who was a part of the like team or whatever. That he stole some DNA from Rex and he presented it to like this like person at the end of the series. And that is Rudy Connors, who is supposed to be like an extension of Robot himself. So
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot more of what's going on there.
I do not like Robot. I do not like Robot. And then whatever he was, I get Monster Girl is supposed to be 25 years old. I understand.
Is she?
That's the thing, because she gets younger when she turns into a monster.
But did you notice in episode 5? So okay, we're done with episode 4, right? Yeah. So now we're going on to episode 5, and it has the team. I think they had come back from a mission. I don't think they were training.
And they were like celebrating, right?
And then she had talked about like, they were drinking.
Yeah, and she didn't want to give her the drink.
But did you notice she said that she was 26? She changed her age.
Did she?
Yeah, because on the episode before that, when she was like, I can't like do the workouts every time because like every time I transform, I get younger.
Yeah.
She was like, that episode she said she was 23. Then She was like, "Oh, I'm 23 years
Mm.
old." Then in this episode, she said she was 25.
Oh.
And then later,
I
like
have to go back and rewatch.
while she was walking out, she was like, "Oh, she said something again about her age, and it was like, yeah, like I can't do this because like if I keep changing, like I'll be gone in a week."
Mhm.
And I think the other older guy on the team, I can't think of it, the black guy,
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, do you trust everybody?" And a robot was like, "Not all of them." And he like looked
Mm.
at Monster Girl. So I think something's going on with her.
I thought it was just him kind of being like obsessed with her.
Mm.
That's how I looked at. I don't know. Maybe there's something that happened in the comics, and you trying to give me a hint to be like you're wrong.
I ain't gonna give it away.
um, but when I was originally watching, I was thinking it was a thing like he was kind of like obsessed with her or of some sort, and he was like going to use
Yeah.
her blood to make clones of her.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I don't like robots, so whatever happens, like I hope he fails.
He's definitely sketchy.
Um,
I don't know what he's doing with all of these people's like
he's very sketchy. I was kind of hoping he was going to be one of the ones who died in that battle with machine with the machine head guy, because poor black guy, rest in
damn.
peace. And first of all, this show is brutal.
Very.
It's
Okay.
brutal, and it's like,
Yeah,
and it's like,
not
and
holding
it's
punches.
like, I know it's brutal going in, but even when something happens, I'm still kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
When they were fighting Battle Beast and he like broke his arm and then just started first, why we keep slamming these black men on the ground like this?
They just putting the brothers through it. Just like they gotta get
Like,
slammed to the ground and arms broken.
it was nasty, and then the way he took out Monster Girl was just like, damn, okay, she felt it. Even when Invincible got it,
Gotta be dead, right?
yeah, I think so. It was like
It was brutal.
them heads with the, it was like boom. Battle Beast was given. That's a
Yeah,
fighter. He was
yeah.
given. Like I
So
was
like this episode we follow Luke Cage.
legit.
And
I was like, oh Luke.
wait, we following Luke Cage around or some dude who can like turn his body into stone, and he is basically like he lives in the hood, and he is trying to like quote unquote get his family out or like keep them protected or whatever. So he's been working for Machine Head or like doing work for Machine Head as just like a hired gun
Right.
or hired muscle. But then you know, thinking ahead,
Gotta love it. Gotta love
thinking
it.
ahead, he was like, he basically brought the battle to Machine Head by convincing Invincible that, like you said earlier, you are a superhero. You need to come on down to the street level and like see what else is going down here. Come and help me out. And I really like the way that this show kind of shows the real like choices that superhero characters have to make, or at least like super powered characters have to make.
Yes.
Um,
I
which
agree. That's
is
well done.
like, do I have these superpowers? Do I only focus on the elephant guy like he fought in this? Like, do I only fight the elephant creature, or do I
Yeah.
also help out people who are dealing with like gun violence or drug stuff or whatever? So that was a cool take
And I like
on.
that conversation that they actually had that like Omni-Man, Debbie, and Invincible had, and he was kind of like, "Your big picture. This isn't something that you do. This isn't something that you deal with." And there's honestly, it's like he got his ass whooped, so maybe it should be something that he does, so he knows how to deal with it. um, but I agree with that. I think the show does that very well, and I appreciate it because truly is. And even when he was about to fly away, he said it. He was like, "Oh, maybe you could call like Fight Force or something like that."
Yeah.
Like,
Go get somebody else.
I'm asking you, you a hero. You can't say no to me. What you mean?
Right.
That was good.
I thought that it was interesting that I really can't think of his name. Titan. I can want to keep calling him Luke Cage, but it was it was Titan.
That's what I saw.
But Titan, it was interesting that he was like he played on the superheroes like their morality, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, I know he's not gonna say no. I know
Mhm.
he's gonna come down here because he's got these high morals of being a
Mhm.
superhero. coming down here to come and help me, and I can get him to basically move my problem out of the way. So
And
they
that's what
come
we
in
do.
there like trying to take on Machine Head to basically like let Titan go, but Titan pretty much just I'm sorry, Machine Head is like, no, you thought you had the one up on me. Actually, like, I got money.
Okay, that's all that matters.
He's like, you think that you come in here all big and bad with your powers, but like I have money.
Right.
And sure enough, like six other supervillains like appear up in the room, and he's like, I can have them take you all on, and they get to fighting. And like you said, this action was giving like
Everything. It was
everything. That
exactly what we needed.
the battle beast was dope. The whole entire fight scene was really cool. You see the Guardians of the Globe end up coming back in and trying to help out once, Invincible gets his ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to help, and I really do appreciate the way that the action in this is more realistic. And that's obviously like it's a animated superhero show. So like obviously none of this shit is real, but I do appreciate the fact that the fights and the way that they're like choreographed feels more real, where they're like bumping into each other and like having to switch targets and stuff like that, and the damage and everything that they take is
Yeah, when Invincible knocked that villain through the house or the apartment complex, and the apartment complex started coming down, he had to remember like to go save the people who are inside. It was
yeah.
like if stuff happens to this stuff, like that means something.
I appreciate the stuff like that where it just feels more like authentic to the situation, um, because you know I know that I love the super powered characters, and I know that you like the street level characters, but like the one guy who got his arm broke,
Mhm.
let's be honest, when characters like that are fighting like battle
So, but
beasts,
that's so my thing like that was that like maybe first I don't even know why he took off his gear. Like, was that supposed to do something? I thought the gear was like his power and like saving, giving him strength and stuff. So like when he took that off to go like fight head on, I was like that doesn't seem smart. But it's like when you think about street level heroes,
because it like was broken and like it
I
wasn't
mean,
working.
even so, it's just like why are you running? Like clearly this man is like out of your weight class, and it's like you never see like Batman wouldn't do something like that. He not that stupid. He gonna stay back. He gonna let Superman do what he needs to do, and he's gonna like try and outthink the situation or something like that. But then I also think you have certain street heroes who do have like very strong amounts of power, like a She-Hulk or a Luke Cage.
Yeah.
So it's like that is typically that's your street hero who you send after battle beats,
Right,
not
right.
not Billy Blanks.
Right.
like,
Really flex.
like he over here doing his tableau. That's not gonna work. Like, I need you to stop. Like, I was like, as soon as he did it, I was like, this man is about to die.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like, why
over.
would he do that?
It's over. It's lights out. And but that's just that hero mentality. You gotta keep fighting to the end, and that's what he did.
Let me tell you guys right now. Know how to retreat, okay? When
Listen,
I when, it,
sometimes it's okay to bounce.
when sometimes you got to live to fight another day, and that is all right.
I rewatched that first episode, and when Omni Man came through, that would have been my time to bounce. Like, get yourself
The,
around some people.
okay, bye. I was walking home from the gym the other day. So I was walking home from the gym the other day, and there was like this homeless man like coming across the street on the other side of me, and you could tell he was like dealing with some issues mentally, and so he just starts yelling at me, and he's like screaming, he's like ah, and so at first I'm like, let me just walk past this man, but you kind of think you're like, you'll never know what could happen. And I was like, so I like ran across this little bush and ran up the street a little bit, and then I turned back around, and I'm just like, why are you yelling? But he's still just yelling. And I was like, let me go home. But yeah, you just gotta know. You gotta know when to run, when to go.
And when to fight. And I thought it was interesting though, because we saw that little glimpse of Omni Man was watching the whole fight.
Oh yeah, and how he didn't save Invincible
No, he didn't like save. He didn't step in at all. And
because
then
he's.
I
I get
do
it.
think that Invincible saw him, like when he was like starting to come to after the end of the battle, and he saw his dad there. I do think that he was there, and that wasn't like a
Oh yeah,
hallucination or
no, no,
something.
no. I fully agree that he was there, and I feel like he is. He didn't help on purpose. It's a lesson. He's not. I get it. He's not a good guy, but it's a lesson for Invincible to basically be like, you need to listen to me when I tell you not to do something, or when I tell you something's out of your league. Like, you're not ready for certain things. Stay on my side. It's manipulation. He's a bad guy. Everyone's kind of unlikable.
Well, I mean, do you gotta like everybody for it to be
I
good?
would like
I
to
don't.
like someone. Actually,
Oh.
no, that's not true. I like Alan the alien. I like Alan the alien a lot. He's my,
I think that's voiced by Seth Rogen.
yeah, that might be why. Um, oh no, 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 I also like what is the old guy who like sends the heroes out to places?
Cecil.
Cecil. I like Cecil. Cecil's my kind of guy.
Cecil gets the job done.
Cecil's my
Um,
kind of guy.
we did see in episode 4, just to bring that back up, that
He's
Cecil
also unlikely, but
he knows that I'm sorry news. He knows that
oh, Omni Man killed.
the Omni Man killed him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so I love how he got the sample of Mark's blood, so they could
Yeah.
test on it to try and see how to defeat Omni Man. That was like a really nice touch. Again, showing you that these people are like not really like good people, but like sometimes the hero job is not as black and white as everybody likes to make it.
Yeah.
Which is a conversation to have.
I love those kind of conversations because you know me. I love the characters that's somewhere in the middle. Like
Love a gray area.
I love a
Love it.
gray area. And they can lean towards either way. So um I like when they at least kind of touch on that gray area with stuff where it's like it's not always so clear cut and black and white.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been loving this show. I'm super excited for what they do. Like I said, I've read the comics in the beginning, so if I hope they get a season 2. I think that's probably where I will not know so much because of the comics or whatever. But if this is following the books, the finale is going to be insane.
I'm
So,
ready. Like I said, the animation has been giving.
hmm
I can only imagine what the finale is going to be like.
yeah, I think that I do wish that the backgrounds in the show were animated a little bit more. They're a little static in some places. They also mix a lot of 2D and 3D stuff.
Mm,
I don't know if you noticed that a lot of the stuff in the backgrounds are all 3D, so they're just like placing these 2D images over the 3D. A
mm,
lot of the like students in the school and all that kind of stuff is like 3D.
yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't really mix that well, but I would hope that like maybe in season 2 or whatever, they get a more budget. So
Okay.
because money talks, so an increased budget would make it
That
all
is
even better.
all the time.
All right, so let's take a break. I'm done with the Invincible talk. That was a really great show. I can't wait for Invincible Friday next week. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back for another rewatch.
All right.